one of the big motivators is having fun. I have to say that first round didn't look very fun to me, but did you have fun in there when all was said and done?
Yeah, it was. You know, it was fun to experience that. That's the first time that I've had an opponent just come across distance like that, and that's what we trained for. We did a little bit of both because usually Muay Thai athletes, they kind of start slower and have that rhythm, and they slowly build up. You look at Nongo when he fought today, he built up and he finally got that knockout. But with this fight, we knew that Rodtang wanted to get the fight done in the first round because I would be able to use my full skill set in the second round. And in the very beginning, when I went in, I clinched him, and Olivier Coste was like, "No, you can't do that." And that's just my natural reaction, right? Because if in mixed martial arts, if someone was to cross distance like that, they just boom, take him down, and then the fight would have been over in the first round, right? So hence why it was Muay Thai the first round, the second round was MMA. Because it was the first round Muay Thai, then we wouldn't have that exciting first round.
I think everyone in the arena was kind of looking back and forth between your fight and the clock. I mean, how aware were you of the clock while all this was happening?
I wasn't aware to the last 30 seconds because my teammates were like, "That's all he's got. You took his best shot. That's all he's got." And then when I came back, they said, "That's it." They cheered. And I came back to my corner like, "It's your round. This is you." And yeah, so I wasn't looking at the clock. Like, that's one thing I hate doing when we're training. Well, I hate when I see people do it when we're training. Like, yes, when you're fighting or you're sparring or you're training, yes, it's hell. It sucks, right? But you should enjoy every moment of it because you're learning, right? If you're looking at the clock and you can't wait till it's over, then you're not there mentally and physically.
You got the sub, obviously, the second round, but you did seem kind of measured. You were taking your time, closing the distance, getting in there. What was going through your head as you closed the distance there?
Yeah, that was one of the things that I knew he was going to do. Like, a lot of people said, "Oh, he doesn't have the footwork," and I was like, "Well, Rodtang, he's one of the best in the world at stand-up, right? And it doesn't take long just to move your feet a little bit. Granted, he can't, fight going backwards, because he's usually going forward. And so for me, I didn't want to make a mistake trying to shoot across like Shinya Aoki did 10 years ago in his fight. If Shinya would have taken his time and got his hands on the gentleman, he probably would have submitted the guy just like I submitted Rodtang. But for me, I was taking my time, and we actually trained that. Like, we were training, and my coach was like, "Well, he doesn't have to do anything, because in MMA, you can run the whole time." And I was like, "That's fine. I'll get there eventually." And when I got there, I was able to secure the submission and get my hand raised.
One more for me. What were the emotions like between rounds? I'm guessing there was quite a bit of relief when the first one ended. How were you feeling about the second before it started?
It was a fight, because I knew I never predict that I'm going to get the finish. Right? I'm always working for the finish because I would hate to mentally prepare myself like I'm going to get him out in the second round. And I go in there and I didn't get him out in the second round, then I was ready to go for the third round and go through what the first round was again. And then if I make it to the third round, fourth round, try to get a submission. And at the end of this, if I didn't finish him or if he didn't finish me, it was going to be a draw. So it was, going for the finish.
DJ, Rodtang was strong with bad intentions the first round. Did any of those strikes, kicks, or punches hurt you?
Yeah, I mean, I got rocked a couple times, but I've been rocked before, right? I think him and Dotson hit me the hardest. Yeah.
You also said earlier that it's not usual to see Rodtang fighting backwards, but that's exactly what he did. The second round, it was your time to stalk him. Was it weird, or did you feel like he was setting up a trap or anything
He was setting
like
up a trap. That's what a lot of my opponents do. They set up traps for me because they know I'm going to come forward. When I fought Yuya Wakamatsu, he was looking to counter me. When I fought Adriano Moraes, counter him with an uppercut. Tatsumi Jawada, they wait for me. Like, everybody's waiting for me to cross distance because I'm the shorter fighter. So I knew when the second round happened, he was running, and that's why I kind of just stopped and chilled. And I think my cornerman was like, he's running! And I was like, yeah, he's running, which is fine, right? I mean, the biggest thing that I'm happy about I take away from this fight is that I had 3 minutes, and when I got his back, I was very aggressive. And typically in my fights, I'm not as aggressive. I don't really go for the kill. I'm just chilling, relaxed, because I have 5 minutes, I have 15 minutes. This one is like 3 minutes, and we worked that. You got 3 minutes, you gotta get it done. Or you're gonna go into another round of Muay Thai, and then that's what he has a chance to knock you out.
Terima kasih sudah menonton. Silakan subscribe, like, dan jangan lupa komen di bawah ya Bola Spotter.